How important are the world's current geopolitical factors to the meetings industry? I'm talking to US meetings industry expert Gregg Talley to find out.
I think one of the big trends that changed over the course of the last 5 to 10 years is risk mitigation on the part of the planner or the association executive has probably moved to become job one. So you start looking at that and saying, how do I reduce that risk? And you start looking at what's happening in the world. That certainly is a much larger discussion with everybody. And it's not necessarily just about safety, it's about everything. What are the political implications now if we make this decision with a destination, given some of the broader political issues that may be surrounding whatever's happening? So it's huge. And of course, we feel badly for the parts of the world that are experiencing some of these difficulties, but it has to be a reality that we reflect in looking at site selection or in looking at a booked piece of business. Is it sustainable in a place that is challenged?
Where worries you at the moment then? I know, let's pin this one down. Now they're aware of it, you're aware of it, let's just name it. Which areas worry you at the moment? Which would make you think twice?
Sure. So I think Thailand right now is a challenge for people to understand what's actually happening where. And of course, a lot of people in the world don't reading these pages every day. A lot of this is localized in Bangkok. What people see is Thailand. So part of this requires some knowledge, but at the same time, how much can I overcome in a potential delegate's head when all they're thinking is Thailand, right? And the beaches are fine, the resort areas are fine, but they're only thinking one thing. Certainly, what's happening in Turkey right now is very interesting to watch on a number of levels. And then you look at the whole Eastern European issue, and some are calling it the return to the Cold War. Some fascinating issues around that in terms of, do we do something to show support? Do we do something to kind of take a step back from something that might have been planned in those areas? So I think there's a lot of very interesting things going on now about even just looking at there for a while, Russia was a partner, we could do a lot with Russia. Now has that changed? And would it be viewed as supporting Russia too much to now take a major meeting to Russia? So I think some fascinating political issues that every group has to decide for itself, right? You have to understand what are they trying to accomplish again, and is this good or bad?
Sounds great. Fascinating stuff. Gregg, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you. My pleasure.